I love Thailand, you know, I feel like it's my home. I want to become a Thai national, have a Thai passport because of this reason.
Meet Emily, a Brit who's been living in Thailand for 10 years. She's fluent in Thai, married to a Thai husband, and creates viral content with millions of views. Emily shared the biggest misconceptions foreigners have about Thailand, the key differences between dating Western and Thai men, and surprised me by explaining that Thais often pay salaries to their parents. I'm Chernov, your insider to Expat Life. ไปกันเถอะ
สิ่งแรกที่เอมิลี่ชอบมากที่สุดนะคะในประเทศไทยคือคนไทยนะคะแล้วก็สิ่งที่สองอาจจะเป็นอาหารไทยด้วยค่ะเพราะว่าอาหารไทยอร่อยแล้วก็คนไทยน่ารักแล้วก็ใจดี You understand?
Of course, yeah, I understand everything. Yeah, exactly,
I think you don't understand.
But yeah, roughly, what was it?
Okay, so basically I said like the first thing for me is Thai people that I like the most, and the second thing is Thai food. But the first thing is Thai people because they're very cute, they're very like welcoming and very nice people. Yeah, I think for me like there are so many countries that have beautiful beaches, beautiful everything is beautiful, right? And like amazing food. But for me, Thailand is different because of the Thai people. If there was no Thai people here, if there was other people, then I feel like it wouldn't be as good. You know, so it's really important about who is in the country, not just only what is in the country. You know. So
yeah, 100%. Thai people are amazing.
They're really nice. Yeah.
Your husband is Thai.
My husband is Thai. Yes.
So this is quite unique, I think. So normally it's the other way around.
Yeah,
right?
it is very common to have a Thai wife and a Western man.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how I met him?
Yes, that was my question.
Guess.
Go.
I added him on Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah, I was the one who went and asked him, you know, because
so you like his profile?
Yeah, I saw a photo of his profile and I was like, wow, he's so handsome. Add straight away.
Okay.
So yeah, I did that. But normally, I think Thai people, Thai men especially, they're quite scared of trying to go for the Western women because they think that they won't like me or I don't have enough money for them or whatever. But there is a lot of Western women that are attracted to Thai men, and for me, I knew that Thai mentality was like, okay, he's not going to reach out to me because he's worried, so I will go to him, you know. So I did that, and then now we're together 6 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was the biggest cultural differences at the beginning?
I think language 100% is still difficult because sometimes maybe my Thai isn't as good and his English isn't as good. He's not fluent in English, so sometimes we have a bit of problems with language, trying to be really in depth with what we feel and stuff like that, which is normal, I think, with an interracial couple. Not really other things because his family is quite relaxed, but if his family was strict, it would be more about marriage, stuff like this. But luckily his family are really relaxed. They don't worry about anything like that. But I know that other couples, they've had like a lot of issues with like families pushing for marriage or pushing for kids or something like that. Yeah. Another culture thing is he has to pay his family, you know, every month. Whereas in England, I don't have to pay my family anything, right? But for him, he has to pay a salary to them. His child, he has to pay. There's a lot of things that he has to pay because he earns more than them. And normally in Thai culture, the kids will have to pay for their family once they start working, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know in Russia how it is, but in England we don't have to do that.
No, in Russia it's not like that. It's more like the Western.
Yes.
Wow, interesting. So it's like a fixed some percentage of salary?
No, it's just like how much he can afford, he will give. If they need some help with something, if he can afford it, he will give it. And at the beginning, I was quite like, oh, why are you giving them all your money? You know, you've worked hard for that. But now I accept and I understand, like, it's because it's the family unit and that's the culture. Everyone does it. Some families maybe that already have businesses and have money, they won't ask from their children. But other than that, yes, all Thai people have to pay their family.
If you had experience to date like boys in Britain, like
I have.
What would be the biggest differences?
The difference is I feel like Thai people, Thai men, they take care as a family, like as a unit more compared to the people that I've been with. I don't know if this is every person in Britain, but the people that I've been with before, they're not very as a unit, whereas Thai people, they're very focused on family. Everything is ours rather than separated. Together we have goals rather than separate goals, and this was from like day one, you know, so I'm really grateful for that because I feel like it's important to have goals together rather than just separate and living your separate lives, you know.
What do you think the biggest misconceptions about Thailand, about the country in a, let's say, Western world?
I think that they come here and they think that everything is going to be really cheap actually Thailand is not the cheapest country, I think. I think there are some places that maybe you can have like cheap options, but there's also really expensive options, especially in Bangkok. Like you can come to where we are now, Prompong, Tonglo, and if you go to a rooftop, you're going to be paying a lot, you know? For me, like I don't go to a rooftop every day, but I think that a lot of people come here and they think, oh, it's so cheap, and then they go up to the rooftop and they're like, why is it so expensive? And I'm like, it's not everything that is cheap. Maybe it just depends on how you live. I go to a lot of markets, so it means that you get a lot of cheap food. But it depends on how you live your lifestyle. I think if expats come here and they live like a Western world, then you're going to be spending a lot. But if you live like a Thai local, then you're going to be spending a lot less. So yeah.
There's also a lot of like the most popular videos on Instagram. There are a lot of comments about Ladyboys.
Yes.
That's a bit annoying. Like people like every popular video about Thailand, the Ladyboy comments.
Do you like Ladyboys?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
How you say the
Kata.
very.
I ชอบเลย I like it เลย
I like it เลย
You can say มากๆเลย which means very also like มากๆ Yeah, I like it มากๆเลย You can say I like Ladyboy มากๆเลย Yeah.
Do you have Ladyboy friends?
Yes, I do. She's a content creator. Her name is Chinny. I don't know if you've seen. She's like the most famous Ladyboy in Thailand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she is a lovely woman. She's amazing. But she gets a lot of hate comments as well, and it's not fair, you know, because she's actually trying to make people accept Ladyboys, you know, because in the Western world, I think it's not as accepted as it is in Thailand, and that's what I love about Thailand. I feel like Ladyboy is like a soft power of Thailand, you know. So it's amazing.
Is there anything that you kind of don't like in Thailand, or maybe you don't get used to still? You're missing something.
They have two prices for Thai people and tourists a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. And this really annoys me because for me, I'm not a tourist anymore. I'm someone that's living in Thailand and using life in Thailand, you know. So for me, I don't want to price different just because of my white skin, you know. So I think that's the hardest part for me to accept. And I want to become a Thai national, have a Thai passport because of this reason, so that I can have, you know, prices like that. And then also, I love Thailand, you know, I feel like it's my home. I feel like I deserve to have a Thai passport as well. But
it's difficult, right?
It is very difficult. There's a lot of rules. You have to be paying tax. You have to be married to a Thai person. You have to be speaking fluent Thai. You have like judges. It's quite difficult, I think, and also like overwhelming for me. Like if I was like being interviewed by a judge panel, like 10 people, I would feel so nervous, you know. And they're asking questions and I have to answer like who was the king in 19 something, and I'm like, I don't know. I would have to revise for it.
And it's signed, every petition I think is signed by the king.
I think so. Yeah. I'm not actually sure the full process because I haven't started it yet, but I'm definitely going to try it soon.
But you ticked already a few boxes. You're married to Thai.
Married to a Thai man.
Speak
Thai.
Thai.
Maybe not fluent, but okay. I just need to learn a little bit of the history, and I think it should be okay. It's just quite overwhelming and it takes time because the process in Thailand is like, I've heard that it could take up to maybe like 5 years to even get a passport from the day that you apply. Because not everyone is granted, which is good. There's very limited people that get granted because they want to make sure that these people are doing good to the Thailand and doing good to the community, you know. So for me, like I want to do a lot of charity work this year, which I absolutely love. When I was living in England, I used to be a mental health care assistant and taking care of disabled people. So I would love to do that in Thailand. Is there anything that you don't want to do or don't want to say with Thai people? Yeah, there are. I think you have to be careful with what you say, you know, to Thai people because they're very sensitive. They have a lot of culture mindset, you know, and I feel like if you say something negative or bad about them, then they really feel it. Whereas in the Western culture, I feel like we're very straight, we're direct, we tell people how we feel, and there's no problems with it. I would rather someone tell me how they feel, and then I would change, you know, or accept it, you know. But for Thai people, it's better not to say anything. You just keep quiet and that's it. So sometimes, depending on who I'm talking with, I have to be careful with how direct I am because in my mind, I'm still Western, I'm still direct and straight. But then you have to remember, okay, this is a Thai person. Stop! Don't be so strong, you know. It's quite difficult actually.
Interesting. There's also this thing like seniority. So if someone is more senior than you, so you kind of take care of he's in charge, so she's.
There is, no matter how much intellectual difference there is, you always have to respect your elders, and they're always right. So So like the older person is always right compared to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even like if you're friends or if you're in a family, the younger one has to do the orders from the older ones all the time. So say like we were cooking and there's no milk, the younger one would have to go buy the milk, not the older one. But for me, I'd be like, Granny, can you go to buy that for me, you know? It's so different. Yeah, my mum would go buy it for me. Yeah. But here it's like, no, the younger one has to go and do it.
I think it's quite rare in your case, because many people, they either stay in a bubble, like expat bubble.
Yes, true.
Or they've been here for like many years, but they still like don't feel at home. Maybe for retirement, they want to go to their own country.
Yeah.
And for you, it's like home. It's like your place.
Yeah, a lot of people say like, oh, how do you feel? Like, you know, are there any weird feelings that you get? For me, it's home now. Like, I feel Thai. It's really weird. I mean, not fully Thai. Of course, I know that I'm not Thai, but I feel like I'm living a culture and a lifestyle as a Thai person more than an expat living a Western life.
Yeah.
Because there's two types of people that come to live here. One person maybe adapting to the culture like I have, and one person that lives and eats fish and chips still, you know, even in Thailand, they will still eat Western food, they will still go to these Western places. And I think that's the difference of how you can adapt easier, is if you're living a Thai life or not. Because if you live a Western life, you're always gonna miss the things in England, you know.
What's your thoughts and feelings when you go back to the UK?
When I go to England, I feel like a tourist.
Is it?
Yeah, I feel weird. Like I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know how to live life there. So like I feel like I live a much normal life here because I feel like it's home, you know. I'm not on holiday anymore. Yeah. I'm not living as an expat. I feel like I'm literally like a Thai, you know. Yeah. When I live in Thailand, I miss home because of my family. But when I'm at home, I don't like the country at all. I don't like how it's run. I don't like the food, the weather. I find like everything is very difficult to get or have. But in Thailand, like, you know, you can get a condo without making so much effort, you know. I feel like in England, there's so many laws compared to in Thailand. It's easier to do everything. Cheaper, like with condos and stuff, you know, you can get such a nice condo here. Compared to in England, I wouldn't be able to move out, I don't think, even at my age, you know. It would be really hard. Everyone's struggling. I find like even though your salary is higher in England, I feel like you can live a better life here. So yeah, I don't really have very positive views of England. But obviously, I think a lot of people that are in Asia and want to live in England because of the money, you know. They want to save money, but they will probably not live future there. They won't have a future there because they will just save the money and then come back to live here because they're happier here, you know. That's what I hear from a lot of people that have been to England who are Asian and want to come back because they're missing Thailand, you know.
When you meet like your local friends and expat friends, are the conversation are kind of similar or are they different?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, what type of people care about? What they want to talk about?
I feel like expats, they're very business-minded. We're always trying to grow and adapt and, you know, in our life become better. But I feel like for Thai people, they're very happy and settled with what they have. If they have money, if they have food, if they have this and that, then they're very happy. They're not always, I mean, some people do have a lot of goals and everything, but I find like a lot of the time they're very happy with what they have, which is nice because it means that they're not so stressed about trying to get this or that, you know. They're happy with daily life, living their life day by day,
There is this phrase like it's good enough or something like that.
Sabai, right? Or
no, sabai is like to be chill.
Good enough.
But good enough, someone told me.
In Thai, you mean?
In Thai, yeah.
Oh,
it's like
maybe.
the good enough concept.
Something like that. Yeah, because I feel like I think that comes from the Buddhist culture, you know, because the Buddhist culture is always, they're not greedy, you know, they're always happy and giving, and I find like that's why the Thai culture is so good. Because and the conversations are different because of that, I think, because they're not always, you know, business minded. But I like both. I like to be around both so that I get a little bit of, you know, living day by day and also trying to exceed my goals, you know. Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's because you're a foreigner who moved to another country, so meaning you're more proactive in your life approach. So probably if you go to the UK and you talk to your friend, like school friends, they're probably also not like that ambitious.
So maybe.
Basically, people who move abroad or who start moving around, they're like more
ambitious,
more business minded.
I find like a lot of people that are expats, they're very entrepreneurial. They don't want to work a 9-to-5 job. Whereas my friends in England, most of them work 9-to-5 jobs, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, mud.
It's okay. You started learning Thai right away?
Straight away, yeah. But I think it took me around 4 years to be confident, because before the first few years I was saying words that I knew, but when they replied I was like, oh my god, I don't know what they're saying. Yeah, so now like after 4 years I was like, okay, I actually know what they're saying and I can carry on, you know, having a conversation. Before it was just I was talking at them and then I couldn't reply.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But your Thai videos are hilarious.
Really? You like them?
When you speak Tinglish and when you speak Thai.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
It's actually, I didn't realize that not everyone could do the Tinglish accent. I thought it was normal that you could do it, but when I told my friends try and then they couldn't do it, and I was like, wow, it's actually something that I can only do, you know? Yeah. Or maybe limited people can do, so yeah.
Thai people, how they react when you start speaking Thai?
A lot of people...
They shocked?
Yeah, they are. They're very shocked. But for me, because I forget that my face is white sometimes, I feel like a Thai, you know? So like I'm just blabbing around in Thai language and they're like, and sometimes I don't even notice that their reaction, you know? And someone I'm with, they're like, do you realize that they're staring at you like really weird? And I'm like, no. So yeah, sometimes I just don't notice. But yeah, I think a lot of people are very shocked and also grateful that I've learned the language, because a lot of people come here, don't learn the language, and I think that's not very good, because especially in Asian countries, they don't really have like the highest level of education, you know? If they don't have money, they can't learn English properly. So I think for us, we should learn how to speak Thai rather than them to learn English.
100%.
I don't know how it is in Singapore. I think Singapore is like English speaking anyway, right?
Singapore is English speaking, so it's like easy to get around. You don't need to put additional effort to like learn the language. I mean, Singlish would help if you understand Singlish, and if you can like talk to uncle, like taxi drivers, or like in the market, you speak in Singlish.
What's your favorite Singlish word?
La. I use la. And I use can. Can I use like on a daily basis. Can is like for everything, like yes,
like yes,
okay.
kind of, right?
Yeah.
I love the Singlish accent. There's actually quite a few Singapore expats living here, and I hear it often, and it's quite funny. Yeah, it's nice. Similar to the Tinglish.
What's your favorite phrase in Tinglish?
Oh my God, there's so many. For me, like Tinglish isn't just like a phrase, you know. It's more like the accent of how you say it.
Yeah. So like, and then you mix up the order
the English
of words.
and the Thai. Yeah. So like I would always add like "loi" on the end of like I'm so hungry loi, which means like very. So like I always use that as to express my emotion, you know, on something, to make it like very, instead of saying I'm very hungry, I'll be like I'm so hungry loi. Yeah.
Like the one is hilarious, your most popular video on Instagram.
Oh, the one where it's like you're so beautiful, that one? Yeah. It did 28 million, it's insane.
It's insane,
I know, I never thought that. But that one, it's like, why are you so beautiful, Jang Loi? See, I use the loi at the end, right? Yeah.
Very,
yeah. Okay, why are you so beautiful, Jang Loi?
Nice. You are very localized content creator. So basically, you are linked to Thailand only.
Yes.
But for you, it's great because you want to be here.
Because
it's your
I live
home.
Here.
Yeah.
True.
So it's basically for you. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Because when I first did content creation, I actually did English content.
Yeah.
And a few of my clips, I would speak Thai with the people that I was videoing with.
Yeah.
And somehow Thai people managed to find my page and they said, oh my God, you speak Thai really well. Why don't you change to Thai fully?
Yeah.
So I listened to my viewers and I did it, and it's gone boom straight away, you know, because I think like there's so many content creators that do English content in Thailand, and I felt like I didn't want to be the same like others, you know. I wanted to do something different, so I think changing my content to Thai, because I'm fortunate to speak Thai, it's easy, you know.
No, 100%. Important question, why people should subscribe to both our channels?
For your channel, because you get a lot of informative experience from other people around the world, expats in general, right? Mostly expats.
Yeah, mostly.
Good stories.
Because I interview people like all over Asia, so people who are interested in Asia or some particular countries, they can get
specifically Asia, right?
For now, specifically Asia.
Nice.
So but people who are interested in Asia, they can get a lot of information.
Yes.
But for your channel is just, I love like the vlog type of videos. It's rawness of these videos, and your interaction with locals just amazing.
Yeah, I really make sure that I make sure every single video has an interaction with a Thai person, because I think this is so nice. For me, I love hearing stories from Thai people, and I feel like because I can speak Thai, I can make the video even better, you know, because I can really interact with them. And yeah, if you want to learn Thai, if you want to see me traveling around Thailand, then yeah, subscribe to my channel. Great.
Yeah. Link in the description. Love it. What are the topics that resonate the most based on the comments, based on the feedback of the audience?
Food. Thai people really connect with food. I mean, that's their culture, right? If you give them food, they're happy. So I feel like if I'm videoing something about a market, food, and also traveling in their own country, I feel like the views do really well. I've also filmed going to England before, and I feel like the views are not very good. And I don't know why, because I was quite shocked, because I thought they would be interested, you know. But I feel like they just want to see me eating weird foods in Thailand, which I do, and I'm happy to do, you know. So yeah, food is like #1 for me as well. I love it. So do you like Thai food?
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's so good.
I mean, pad Thai is my #1 choice. Maybe it's too...
Thai people don't eat pad Thai, you know that?
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, but pad Thai is so...
I know, it's very good. I had it a few days ago.
What's the some hidden Thai food that people don't really know about, but they really should try?
Okay, so for maybe I'll send you the link of the names, because it's quite difficult. But there's a nampik kapi, which is basically like a chili dip.
Okay.
And you dip it in vegetables with omelette, rice, and fish, and it's so good. You need to try it. I'll take you when you're back in Thailand.
Okay.
So nampik kapi, geng som. Have you heard of this one? It's like a soup. Which is sour, sweet, salty, and they put shrimp in it, and they put also omelette in it, and it's really good. Yummy. Nice. These are like my 2 top favorite. And then I also like Chiang Mai food, which is like khao soi. I don't know if you've had it. Khao soi, sai hua, which is the sausage. And it's like spicy sausage. It's so good. This is my favorite.
I think people, like Thai people, they want you to try, like, and to experience Thailand.
Exactly. Yeah. They want me to.
They want to see your reaction also.
Yeah, my reaction, and also seeing things that maybe tourists don't always do. You know.
Yeah.
Because I'm always finding stuff that's off the beaten track, and you know, I think that's really cool. Like I went to Isaan, which is a province in the southeast of Thailand a few weeks ago, and that literally opened my eyes to so many things.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I got to meet so many cool people and proper local Thai life, you know.
Yeah.
I think because there's no tourists that go there, so it's very local. Yeah, it's really fun.
What's the biggest like revelation or insight that you
from when I went there?
From Isaan,
I find like in Isaan they live a very slow life compared to in Bangkok. In Isaan they're like happy with their life, how they are. Everything is very more calm, but in Bangkok everything is fast paced, similar to London, you know. And I feel like I asked the Isaan people, would you ever be interested in moving to Bangkok? They were like, no. They don't want to come. And I was like, wow, that's really like weird, because you would make more money here. But they were like, no, they're scared of coming because it's too much traffic, too much this and that, which is something that actually expats want, you know. They want this city because of that fast life, for business.
Can you say in Thai, what's the best thing for you about Thai people?
Emily ชอบคนไทยเพราะว่าคนไทยใจดีคนไทยน่ารักคนไทยชอบช่วยเหลือแล้วก็รู้สึกว่าคนไทยมีเสน่ห์ใช่ค่ะแล้วก็เขาชอบกินอาหารไทยเอมิลี่ก็ชอบกินอาหารไทยเรามีอะไรแบบคอนเนคกันใช่ค่ะเข้าใจไหม You understand?
I understand.
You can say เข้าใจ
เข้าใจ
เข้าใจ It means I understand.
เข้าใจ
เข้าใจครับ
เข้าใจครับ
Yeah, good. Well done.